And a pleasant good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Pan American Stadium quarterfinal action of the LHSA Division I State Girls Soccer Playoffs, and two teams that are very familiar with each other, having just played each other a couple of weeks ago. It's the 6-seed Dominican taking on the 3-seed Cubs of Mount Carmel. Emmanuel Pepis here with you, ready to take you the rest of the way, and this match has a lot to live up to as far as what happened previously in the doubleheader here. At Pan American, there was a Division III game that just finished. Turlings Catholic scoring in the final minute of the second extra time to defeat Sacred Heart 3-2 to advance to the semifinals. And here, Mount Carmel and Dominican, having played to a goalless draw just 2 weeks ago on January 28th, now I have kicked off with Mount Carmel opening with possession first. The Cubs coached by Pablo Petru, Dominican coached by Al Silvas. Mount Carmel in the white uniforms with orange numbering and lettering. Dominican in the black with white numbering and lettering. Played long, and that's going to be ushered back to the keeper for Mount Carmel, Abby Rovens. Mount Carmel now takes possession with Kyler Fisk back in the midfield. Plays it wide now. And a ricochet out for a throw-in. Dominican comes in having won their first playoff match in the second round against Dutchtown by a 4-0 margin. Meanwhile, Mount Carmel shut out East Ascension 3-0 to get to this point. Maddie Moret scoring twice in the victory for the Cubs. Played deep, now controlled by Dominican, but dispossessed. Now a play over to Muret. Lays it back to the other side now for Kyler Fisk. Mount Carmel trying to get some width in their attack here early on. Play back and then long flick forward, further forward by Muret, but dealt with nicely in the back line by Dominican. Now a chance for Dominican to see some possession here with Abby Richardson. Richardson with a run forward, plays it wide to Grace Babin. Now Richardson out wide trying to center, but that is out for a Mount Carmel goal kick. Played deep and only as far as Madigan Spires for Dominican and then ushered out. And a throw in now for the Cubs. Just getting started here in a match that was scheduled to start at 7:30, running late because of the first match here that we mentioned between Turlings Catholic and the Academy of the Sacred Heart. Throw in for Mount Carmel, but that was right to Richardson. Now pinballed around and strongly taken off the ball that time. It's Mount Carmel, but they win it back here with Joe Galloway, but Joe Galloway is sandwiched out between two Dominican defenders. Now play trying to spring Richardson forward. For Dominican that time was Babin, but the pass was well cut out. And a collision there at the midfield. Mount Carmel wins possession back, looking to spring a couple of players forward, but again, Dominican dealing with that well. Now it's flicked out for a goal kick. Maddie Watkins, the keeper for Dominican. Now it's sent further forward, but that's going to be right over towards Rovens. Now she picks it up and will play it long. For Dominican, coming in with a mark of 21-3-4, all three of their losses were to Division I opponents. One of them still alive in the postseason, one seed St. Scholastica. Their other two losses were to Mandeville and Sanamon. 21 wins, 4 draws on the season for Coach Silvas' bunch. Dominican, the throw in taken short, and now played towards the middle of the pitch, looking for Richardson. Now flicked further forward. Richardson trying to get on the end of this one. It is out for a throw in. And it's Spires to take it. Throw in taken, now Spires trying to play it back forward, but to no avail. Free kick taken forward. Galloway trying to flick it forward, and here's Hoffman with a run here, trying to get on the end of it and cut it back, but well defended that time by Dominican, and that was Taylor Stansberry. Who was there in defense, and a goal kick here for Dominican. Played by Watkins. Now Mount Carmel will try to play it back. Dominican trying to get on the ball here. Now it's out from Mount Carmel for Dominican throw out wide. Mount Carmel wins possession momentarily. Now the ball played forward, but only a lone Dominican defender back to easily deal with this one, and she'll softly play it back to Watkins, who will push it back forward further up the pitch. Now Stansberry flicks it toward midfield and out for a Cubs throw-in. Dominican with possession now, played forward, and here's Richardson. Richardson back towards the attacking goal, so she played it back to one of her midfielders, plays it long, and that's easily over for Rovens. So no real threats on goal on either side here so far in this matchup. We're still early on here in the first half. A pass kind of flubbed, but still was able to find its way to its intended target. A play-out option for Galloway to take it there. Galloway plays toward the center, a header forward, and here's Hoffman trying to run for it. Watkins, though, is able to get to that one and fall on top of it to prevent a Hope Hoffman attack. Hoffman, the leading scorer for Mount Carmel, with 16 goals on the season. Watkins well up the task, coming out off her line to play that one. Now Mount Carmel has it back, though, but strongly taken off the ball. Again, Dominican's defense, one-on-one here, has done well in the early minutes. Ured has it back, though, looking for an option to play it out wide, finds Galloway. Galloway trying to turn and still trying to stay on the ball, but nice individual effort that time, and then support, but first by Madigan Spires for Dominican. Now the ball pinballing around the midfield. Now play forward. Richardson trying to latch onto this one, but cannot get to it, and it's played back to the keeper, Rovens. And that was from Catherine DeHoog. Now we have a foul. And a free kick to be taken here for Dominican. It's crumbling to the ground that time with Spires. Now Muret trying to flick it forward off the kick forward. Galloway has it, trying to spring Sydney Blue loose. Dominican has it back, and a long play out wide and out. Cubs throw in at midfield. Though these two schools are very familiar with each other and are district foes as well. It's a cutback. But easily dealt with, but Mount Carmel has it back again. We'll finish that in just a moment. A play forward, but it's right to a Dominican defender. These two teams have not met in the playoffs since the 2006-2007 season, when Dominican knocked off Mount Carmel 1-0 in the regional round. Since then, it's been a fair share of regular season meetings between the two teams as Blue plays it toward the midfield, and a little combination play will get it back. Mount Carmel has some options forward. Blue stays on the ball, trying to chip it toward Galloway, but too far, and that's going to be now taken out by Spires. And a throw in from deep for the Cubs. And to take it, it's going to be Blue. Blue with the deep throw in, and kind of deflected out towards Richardson, and now Richardson trying to run on it. And it's a whistle as it's out for a throw in. It's Kristen Charbonnet to take it for the Cubs. Richardson tried to keep that one from going over the line, but was called out. Now the turn, trying to play it forward for Richardson, but that one deflected out once again. That was Grace Babin. And now a foul and a free kick for Dominican. About 15 yards on the other side of midfield. The free kick is taken, deflected toward goal, but this is going to be an easy handle. The original play was for Lizzie Alguero. Now a throw in for Mount Carmel on the other side. About 13 minutes into this one, still goalless. Winner to advance to the semifinals, the Division I state playoffs. Throw in, it's headed out. Advance a little bit forward. Now it's just flicked on. And once again out, and it looks like we'll have substitutions here for the Cubs. Throw in taken, but by Dominican, and it's ushered back once again to the keeper for Mount Carmel. A play forward, looking for Blue. Again, muscled off the ball. Now with a turn, it's Richardson, or excuse me, Kepper, Marcel Kepper, but that was cut out. Play further forward, but that is going to easily be taken by Watkins. Free kick taken towards the center. Now Galloway looking to get on this ball. A A try for a play forward, but that defected right off of blue. Saved, though. Now trying to get on the end of this one is Spires, but two Cubs are back there to cover that one. We do have a deep throw in here to be taken for Dominican by Richardson. Play towards the center, but only one Dominican player versus 4 Cubs defenders. Mount Carmel is able to take possession back. Winning it back once again is Dominican in the form of Spires. Now Blue takes it back for the Cubs. Plays it back towards their own net. Cubs with possession back. That's Fisk with the play out wide. Fisk has it again, plays it deep. Down the sideline, but too deep for any of her teammates. th minute of the first half here. Still goalless as Galloway lets the ball pass her a little bit and then latches on, takes a turn. Defender recovers well, so it's played back to Blue. Blue dribbles toward the center. Pass forward, and that's cut out. Now Dominican looking to threaten here with possession. Richardson with a play towards the middle, but right to a Cubs defender. Now it's Aguilera Giselle, and she's taken off the ball. Kepper plays it forward. It's well dealt with for the moment by the Cubs. We will have our first corner here of the match. You have Richardson waiting, Olivia Singleton as well. Kepper. There's the corner taken, and that's over Singleton. Still bouncing around, and Mount Carmel has to deal with it, but it's played for a shot that goes wide. And that was Stansberry, who got on the end of that one, but pushed it wide of the mark. Corner kick was looking for the head of Olivia Singleton. Went over her. Cubs could not effectively clear it, though, and it wound up being a chance for Stansberry. Now played out, and it's a throw in on the other side of the pitch here for Mount Carmel. Played out once again, and Mount Carmel will have a throw in here from deep. Let's see where this is thrown into. Chip forward towards Blue, a header, and Watkins is able to cover it up, but not effectively enough, and there's a goal and a rebound. And Mount Carmel has taken a 1-0 lead. And it was Maddie Mured who scored off of the kind of deflection there off of the original header by Blue. Mount Carmel once again has possession, looking to threaten here again. Blue stays strongly on the ball. Nice pass forward to Galloway. Galloway with a shot. Watkins with the save, but cannot cover it up. Singleton just plays it out of trouble for the moment. And Blue falls, trying to run up to the ball. Dominican now looking for a counterattack, but that's cut out, and Charbonnet gets the ball back for the Cubs. Now to Galloway. Galloway plays it off a defender, and then it's out for a throw-in. And it's Charbonnet to take it here after Maddie Mured has gotten Mount Carmel on the board here, just shy of the halfway mark of the first half. It was off a set piece, and we've seen both corners produce chances here, one on each side. Now Blue to take the throw in for Mount Carmel. Blue's throw in, and now Galloway heads it up high. Now it's Hoffman. Hoffman trying to stay on the ball, and we've got a whistle and a foul called and a free kick for Dominican. Play out by Watkins. Played out wide now for Spires. Played back towards their own keeper, and there's Watkins once again. We'll play it short this time. Dominican looking to get out of their own end of the pitch here, where they've been stuck for the past few minutes. Possession lost, now popped up high. And it's back where Singleton is able to play it forward, but that's through everybody. Now Richardson on a run, though, but coming out was the keeper from Mount Carmel, Rovens, to deal with that one. Now Blue chips it. And two Cubs bump into each other on a play back to Charbonnet. Trying to muscle Fisk off the ball, but she stays on it, plays it out wide. 1-0 Mount Carmel. Once again, the Cubs have possession back. Now the defender's starting to get involved. The Charbonnet with a run forward, but it was played to the other side. And a throw-in for Dominican. There's Richardson trying to win some possession here for Dominican and trying to calm things down as Dominican sends a few numbers forward. Play forward for Richardson, but she's surrounded now by a couple of Cubs, and it's deflected out and a throw in. I'll tell you, Richardson has to be a little bit careful here. That's two throw-ins where she's taken the ball and slammed it down on the turf in disgust. The throw in for Dominican. Once again, a play forward, and that is from Richardson. Babin looking for a run. Ball is left behind, though. And we do have I believe, a foul and a free kick for Mount Carmel. Muret has it now. Muret plays it forward, and there's Blue. Blue sends it forward. Cubs had a couple of numbers, but Singleton with a nice defensive play there for Dominican to clear it out of any immediate danger. Cubs still have possession, though. It's a battle for it over by the sideline, still battling for it. There's no real clear possession here. Now it's played out for a throw. Cubs are your defending Division I state champions. Won it all last year as the same seed they are this season, a 3 seed last year when they beat Byrd in the championship. Dominican with possession now, a throw-in taken short. Now looking for a play forward. Babin trying to play it further forward. And play stop. Free kick for Dominican. Now played back towards their back line. A long ball looking for Richardson here. Richardson trying to get underneath this one. But 2 Cubs are there to recover and play it out. It's a goal kick for Mount Carmel. Now a throw in here for the Cubs. Just on their own side of the pitch, Charbonnet takes it short, throws it into Muret. Played toward the middle of the field. Now a long ball looking for Hoffman, but that's going to bounce right into the waiting hands of Watkins. Now Galloway has the ball for the Cubs. Played toward the middle of the pitch. And that is Blue. Blue looking to shake her defender with some fancy dribbling. Now a pass forward, but getting to that one to cut it out with Singleton. Cubs are going to have this back, though, in the ricochet on the midfield. And it's Blue once again on the ball. Blue looking for Galloway. Plays it to the other side of her. Galloway trying to chase it down to keep it in place. She does. But Dominican is able to reestablish possession and play it out of any danger. Pass short for Richardson. Nice little combination play on a try there, but the Cubs were alert to that one. Richardson was looking to link up that time with Babin. Now the ball towing the line, and it's out for a throw-in for Dominican. Spires to take it. A 1-0 Cubs lead on a Maddie Muret goal off of a set piece. Babin with a flick. Richardson on a run to get to try to get to this one. And it's ushered out. And it will be a goal kick for Mount Carmel. Goal kick taken. Galloway tried to flick it forward for Huffman, but plenty of Dominican defenders back. Dominican with possession, but they give it up. And then played out. Now a throw-in. Trying to link up with this one is Babin, but she is muscled off. It eventually goes over the end line. Goal kick to be taken for the Cubs here. Taken towards blue, but that was covered by Kepper. Now Dominican has it back as a header only went short to Babin. Mount Carmel was able to take it back and now deflect it out for a throw-in. Now played towards the center and then played long. Hoffman just plays it forward, and Singleton, with no other players around, is going to chase this one back and actually lets it roll over the line for a throw-in. Play forward, and there's Richardson looking to get on the run, but this is played too deep. Will be easily covered. Play long, and Giselle was looking to head that one from low. Is able to get it eventually to Hoffman, who plays it back to her teammate Charbonnet at her defensive back position. Now to Hoffman. Hoffman plays it out wide, but Dominican's defense, again, able to cut it out. But a throw for the Cubs. Throw in taken deep, and as toward the center, a shot turn, but is wide of Watkins that time. Free kick taken. Cubs win it back. It pinballs around and played high. Giselle looking to run on the end of this one, but Watkins comes off her line confidently to handle that one. A header forward. That's over Hoffman, right to Giselle, but she was offside. And it will be, looks like Singleton who will take this free kick for Dominican. Singleton plays it forward. Plenty of numbers back in defense for Mount Carmel. Headed around a few times, and now Blue chips it forward. Hoffman gets ahead to it. But back to a waiting Dominican back line player. Now play forward. Babin looking to get on a run. Richardson as well, but that is too far. Now Mount Carmel looking to spring something quickly here with Blue. Blue with a pass forward, looking for Aguilera, but that one is stolen away, but it's taken back. Blue takes it back once again, plays it toward the middle from Uret. The lone goal scorer so far in this matchup. Is Maddie Muret, who has scored, make that now 5 goals in the Cubs' last 4 matches. Going back to, of course, the 2-goal performance against East Ascension. In the Cubs' last 2 matches of the regular season. It will be a free kick here for Dominican. It'll be Singleton. Singleton takes the free kick forward. Played back, Spires. Spires looking to link up with a wide attack there. Dominican still trying to keep it alive, but Cubs defense eventually wins out as that was Isabella Cordoba on the wide side. Now a pretty violent collision over in the midfield. Meanwhile, we have another Cub down back on the other side of the pitch. well away from the action where the ball was. An injured Mount Carmel player, and that is Giselle, who was shaken up. Correction, that was Murette. So Murette shaken up, and that was a good 15 yards away from where the collision happened in midfield. So it will be a free kick forward. Singleton back to deal with this one. Dominican has possession back. Will be a free kick now taken. It's taken high towards the middle. Blue is able to get ahead on that one for Mount Carmel. Now Blue wins it back once again, trying to play it forward for Galloway, but a bit too long. Dominican wins the ball back. Played towards the middle. Looked like Dominican was maybe going to try the other side on the attack, but Mount Carmel able to take the ball back. Now looking for Giselle in the pass, but that was short. Now ball could not be controlled by Kepper. She's able to run it down and keep it in now. And Kepper with a spirited run, but didn't hear a whistle. It was already out. It is a throw-in for Mount Carmel. Now play forward, and Giselle looking for a run. Watkins comes off her line that time, and Watkins just able to get to that one and play it out. The Cubs win it back here again. But Kepper is able to take the ball right back here for Dominican. A long pass forward, two of each side while waiting. Now trying for a breakthrough, but a nice job by the keeper. Coming off her line and snuffing out the attempt. That was Babbitt on the run. For Dominican. Now pass back, but that is right to Giselle. Dominican turns it over, but wins it right back. And now again support, and the Cubs take the ball right back, this time with Blue. Played back for Fisk. We'll play it out wide to the right as Mount Carmel leads here 1-0 as we're drawing closer to halftime. Substitution here for Mount Carmel as we are in the 39th minute here of the first half. Cubs will deal with this one just fine. On a play forward. Now chip from Cordoba. Dominican trying to muscle their way through, but again, nice play defensively by the Cubs keeper. Coming off her line, and now Giselle has it. It's taken away. Now Kepper, they're trying to shove her off the ball, but it's whistled for a foul, and the free kick, as using her hands that time, was Fisk. Long pass forward. Dominican tried to take the free kick quickly. Now Cordoba has it. It's played back. Singleton pops it high. And it is going to be Mount Carmel to take this ball back with Tague, Elena Tague, who had just subbed in for the Cubs. Now a play out wide for her. She's got a couple of numbers forward, but it's going to wind up going out, and they throw in. We're right on the fringe here of halftime. Deep throw in, and now rolls out off of a deflection, and this is a Dominican throw. Cubs earn it back, though. It's Tague who will play it back. Now a deep play towards Watkins. One hop, and she'll take it there. Right on the other side of the left post. Watkins kicks it deep toward midfield. Cubs have it back once again. It's Fisk looking at her options, decides to play it back this time. Now it's going to be played out on a Dominican throw. We do have some added time here in this first half. Another Dominican throw. So it looks like we have reached a bit of a stalemate here. Throw in taken. Off a deflection, Cubs get it back. Now played towards the middle, there's Fisk. Fisk plays it out wide to the left, there's Giselle. Giselle dribbling back with the ball, looking for one of her teammates, but plenty of Dominican defenders back. Now here's Richardson on a run. Trying to get to the ball out wide, and it's played out for a throw. And that is going to be it. That's the end of the first half. Mount Carmel leads it on a goal by Maddie Miret off of a corner kick. 1-0 is your score here after 40 minutes of play, plus the added injury time that we had at the end of the first half. So the 3-seed Cubs holding right now with a lead over Dominican, who had their one really strong chance off of a set piece of their own, a corner kick that went over the head of Singleton, but it was kind of ricocheted around and fell for a shot by Taylor Stansberry, but was pushed wide. Other than that, Dominican has not really been able to put a lot of attacks on goal here in this first half, and Mount Carmel has taken it to a 1-0 lead. So we are going to take a break, and we will also have first half highlights for you coming up shortly here on this broadcast of High School Girls Prep Soccer, the quarterfinals of Division I in the LHSAA between Dominican and Mount Carmel. Back in just a moment. Welcome back here to Pan American Stadium at the end of the first half. 40 minutes in the books. Mount Carmel leading Dominican 1-0, and we have some highlights for you from this first half of play, starting with the chance off of the corner kick by Dominican. As the ball was played over Singleton, could not be played completely out, and there was the shot by Taylor Stansberry. That missed the mark, and then Matty Muret was able to get a second chance off of the corner kick for a goal. Joe Galloway's shot, though, a nice sprawling save by Watkins. Here's the chance towards the end of the half as Babin was on a run forward, but a confident run off the line for a cover-up that prevented the Grace Babin shot on a breakaway. 1-0, they score at the end of the first half. Mount Carmel with 4 shots, Dominican with 1. 2 saves for Matty Watkins, who has really been held to test, especially in the back half of that, or in the middle part of that first half. 1 corner on each side, 5 fouls on Mount Carmel, and 2 fouls on Dominican. Winner to the semifinals, 40 minutes at least still left of this one. Cubs lead it 1-0. We'll take a break, and we'll come back for the second half of action here at Pan American Stadium here on SportsNOLA.com. Welcome back to Pan American Stadium here, and we are ready here, kicking off the start of the second half between the Cubs and Dominican High School. Mount Carmel leading 1-0 on a 19th minute goal and a rebound by Maddie Muret off of a set piece. Quarterfinal matchup, so a rematch of a district matchup between these two teams just a couple of weeks ago. Dominican did have a couple of chances of their own, but only one shot that missed the mark. Play forward, the Cubs defense dealing with it confidently. Dominican wins it back, a chip forward, and now it bounces toward the midfield where Muret is going to take it. Maddie Muret with 5 goals in the last 4 matches. Muret stays on the ball, makes a turn and a pass. Now another pass forward. That's going to go over the head of the intended target into the waiting hands of Watkins for Dominican. Play forward, and there's Babin on the run, but it is played well out. Throw in for Dominican. Headed forward. Now Richardson on a little flick back. Now a long play forward and a long ball. Nicely dealt with at the central defense. Now it's Ava Moraldo, who is forward. Blue trying to play it to her, but Singleton cuts out the pass. Blue gets it back, though. Now ricochets off of Blue last in the throw. Here for Dominican in the early stages of the second half. Throw in taken short. That's Kepper. But Dominican loses possession. Gets it right back and a long ball forward. And that will be allowed to roll out. And it's a goal kick for Mount Carmel. And it's Abby Rovens to take it. Rovens plays it deep. Kepper trying to keep it in, could not. She was trying to keep it in for a pass to her teammate Babin. Babin and Richardson have made the real spirited runs here and have tried to be a part of this Dominican attack here in this first half. Whistle and play stopped, and we do have a throw-in for Mount Carmel. Moraldo winds up heading it out. So now a throw for Dominican. And played out once again. That went off of DeHoog last. It was Cabes to take the throw in for Dominican. Now towards the center of the pitch, Cordoba was trying to run it down, but ball was taken by Mount Carmel once again. A long play forward. And a nice run here. That's Galloway wide, trying to play it to the center, but Singleton was waiting there. Dominican has it, now trying for a counterattack of their own. Kepper looks to play it forward, but nicely dealt with and cut out. Trying to take it back with Stansberry. Now it's played back deep to Singleton. Singleton a long ball forward, goes over the head of a Cubs defender. Babin trying to chase this one down, but you have a defender ushering that one back to Rovens, who kicks it deep. And out wide, and that's going to wind up bouncing out, and it's a throw-in ruled for Mount Carmel. Blue to take. Long throw-in, Singleton's there. Chips it forward for Alguero. DeHoog cuts out the original pass. Intended to go forward. Now Muret with a chip. And it's a header and then a collision. And that was Galloway who fell to the pitch. And now a shot from long range. And Watkins, going to her right, was able to smother that one. Stansberry trying to play it forward. Now ricochets around. And back to the midfield. Mount Carmel with possession. Murette looking at her options. She's got Hoffman in the center. Moraldo going out wide to the right. She waits for more teammates, and there is Blue, but Blue is taken off the ball. Stansberry outdone that time by the height. On the ball in the air, and that was Annie Strander. Now out wide, Singleton in defense plays it back, and it's chipped out for a throw for Mount Carmel. It'll be Blue to take this one, as we're almost 6 minutes into the second half here. Throw in short, now to Blue. Blue maybe thinking about a cross. Instead, we'll play it to Moraldo, but she was offside. Flag goes up. And it's a free kick for Dominican. It'll be taken from that spot where the offside occurred by Watkins. Watkins kicks it deep. Blue got ahead to that one, but able to control with Stansberry, but it was taken off. Now Moraldo. Moraldo trying to push forward. Two Dominican players surrounding her. And now we have a foul and a free kick for the Cubs. And it looks like it's going to be DeHoog lining up over this one. Let's see if Mount Carmel can make good here on a set piece in the attacking half. Free kick towards the back post, and that one winds up going out. And it will be a corner as it went through Watkins' hands. Watkins was not able to secure that one in a free kick that was floating toward the back post. Corner kick was taken short. Now across toward the middle is easily dealt with. Dominican gets out of immediate trouble. Richardson trying to run forward with the ball, but she is dispossessed. DeHoog with a play forward. Now Fisk. Play out wide here for Galloway. Cubs keeping some width in their attack. Now looking for a cross here in the box. Looking for a shot that could not connect. Dominican able to clear it out for the moment, but Murette gets it back. A shot goes wide. So Murette looking for lightning to strike twice here from distance. Goal kick taken. Cubs immediately get it back. Now it's battled for down the sideline. Mount Carmel trying to keep possession. Dominican defender staying the task that time, though, and taking the ball back. Got to run with Stansberry in the middle, but could not be kept in, and there's a throw for Mount Carmel. We are a little more than 9 minutes into this second half. Mount Carmel leads it 1-0. The only marker by Maddie Murette in the first half. And really an underlying storyline in that first half was the confident play by the Mount Carmel keeper, Abby Rovens. Came off her line a couple of times to deal with any Dominican threats that materialized in the first half. Stansberry wins the ball. So we're looking for a pass forward. Stansberry, though, is muscled off by Strander. Now run forward, but Singleton is able to play it out of danger. That was Blue trying to run to that one. Now out for a throw. Play down the sideline, and the Cubs able to win it back with Strander. The pass, though, too long for Hoffman. Watkins comes off her line to cover. There's Murette on the ball now for Mount Carmel. Passes out wide. Looking to spring Galloway forward. He's dealt with for the moment. Cubs get it back, though. Looking for a cross in the box, but played out and now a throw. Played out wide once again, and again the Cubs looking for a cross, but again, aggressive defense by Dominican forces another throw in. Good turn that time, shot blocked. And Blue was bumped off the ball. She gets back to it, though. Now it's played out for a throw. That was off of Singleton last. Looking for a deep throw in here, and it's deflected out. Now it will be a corner kick. And it will be Moraldo to take it. Moraldo takes the corner, floats back beyond the back post. No Cub could link on to it. And it'll innocently roll out for a Dominican throw-in. You get to start to see the pace pick up here for Dominican. As this half goes along, still finding themselves trailing by a goal to nil. Stansberry in the middle, they try to get it to her, but plenty of Cubs surrounding the cross. And it is eventually played out, and this is going to wind up being a goal kick for Mount Carmel. Rovens kicks it deep. Now Hoffman trying to stay on the ball. She was taken off of it, but the Cubs able to win it back. Run forward and a nice pass forward. Moraldo waiting in the box on the cross, but that was right into Watkins' hands as Moraldo was sneaking up behind her. But Watkins catches the cross. Now Dominican winds up being a foul as too much contact that time with Stansberry. As she aggressively kind of body shoved Fisk off of the ball that time. And now we have a Cub down on the free kick, and there's a card. And this will be a free kick in a decent position here for Mount Carmel. It is going to be DeHoog to take it. "14 minutes gone by here in this second half. Still the same score that we entered this second half with. So DeHoog from about 30 yards out. DeHoog will try to take a shot on this one, but she sails it well over. DeHoog maybe perhaps aiming for the top corner. But it sails out, just getting too much air underneath the shot. And a goal kick for Dominican. Watkins takes. Free kick deflects, and it finds the feet of Fisk. Now passes short to Hoffman. Hoffman looking for a teammate, but plenty of numbers back for Dominican. Now play out wide, but nobody home. So it'll be a throw-in for the Cubs. On the near sideline here with Strander. Strander throw-in. Now Stansberry is able to get a foot to that one, play it deeper for Richardson. Richardson takes it out wide, now passes looking for Babin, but it's cut out and played out. A Dominican throw. Throw-in dealt with for the moment, but then a pass forward here to Kepper. Now a long pass toward the back post and a header going towards goal, and that one goes off the post. Oh, it tees off of the post. That was from Stansberry on the header. And here's the replay. A header that just snubbed off the post, and Rovens, with a fortunate deflection, it was deflected back out off the post, and she was able to cover it up. A big chance for Dominican here in the 58th minute of the match. That just was unlucky off of the header by Stansberry. Meanwhile, the Cubs now have a throw-in on the attacking end of the pitch. As Dominican just missed by mere inches a chance to tie up this match. Play forward dealt with for the moment. Now Stansberry. It's blown dead for a free kick. Now a play out wide here, looking for Stansberry in the middle of the box. Ricochets around, and that's going to wind up going out. And a goal kick here for Mount Carmel. So Dominican starting to put a little more pressure here. Still time left. As Rovens will now take the goal kick. It's Hoffman looking to link up with this one. Hoffman still on the ball. And two Dominican players trying to take her off it. They were unsuccessful. Now a pass towards the middle of the pitch. That was cut out. Mount Carmel wins it back, though. A shot, and there's a goal. Mount Carmel has just gone ahead 2-0. And that was a laser that Watkins could not do anything with. And that is Maddie Muret now on a double. And how critical has her scoring been down the stretch here for the Cubs at the end of the regular season and now in the playoffs. 2 matches, 4 goals. And still some time left in this one, but the Cubs now with that insurance goal. It came in the 60th minute. And now Dominican looking to break forward, but that was out. It winds up being a throw-in as Babin had some space if she could link up with that ball, but couldn't get to it before it rolled over. Cubs throw. Dominican quickly takes it back, though, and it's Babin on the ball. Plays it out wide to Stansberry. Stansberry looking for a run into the box, but nicely dealt with by Strander. She is all over her, now has support, but now we got a whistle, and a foul is going to be called, and a card is going to be shown to Stansberry. So Stansberry cautioned after she was taken off the ball. Reacted in some frustration there. Now will be a throw in here for the Cubs. It's going to be taken by Strander. First, there is a substitution happening for Mount Carmel. The sub that came in for the Cubs was Esther Lagos. Throw in here for Dominican. Now trying to pass it right back, but just kind of a desperation lunge there and a pass forward right in the direction of Rovens from Katie Cabes. Mount Carmel looking to defend their Division I state championship, looking to take another step forward, and they're in prime position at the moment with a 2-goal lead, a little more than halfway through this second half, and Maddie Muret has accounted for both of them. Scoring on a rebound in the first half, and then a laser in the second half that was really all started with that run down the left side of the pitch by Hope Hoffman when she shrugged off 2 Dominican defenders. The Cubs had some numbers forward in attack, and eventually the ball fell for a shot with some space from Muret, and she was able to lace it on home. We're into the 64th minute of the match here. Dominican trying to push something forward. They did have that beautiful chance on the back post that wound up just grazing the post from Stansberry. When Dominican has been on attack, it's been in short little spurts. But not a lot of sustained pressure on the Cubs defense and Rovens. Throw in from deep. Mount Carmel defense, again, dealing with it well. Now a header forward. Singleton, though, able to cut that out and prevent a counterattack. Ball still on the Mount Carmel side of the pitch as Dominican takes it back. Babin trying to link up with this one, and now it's going to wind up being played out. And it will be a corner kick for Dominican. There's nobody short, so several lining up towards the back post, and the run's being taken now towards the near. That one is headed down, and now it winds up coming forward, almost a shot on goal, but a last-ditch defensive effort by Mount Carmel. The central defense, again, stepping up big time. Now Mount Carmel wins possession back. Pass forward, trying to flick it on, but Cabes is able to take it back here for Dominican. Pass out wide, and that's Stansberry. Stansberry plays it towards the center of the pitch, a slow roller, and Rovens again comes off her line to cover it up. Dominican quickly wins it back. Back near midfield, a long ball forward. But it's headed down by Mount Carmel defensively, and now Lagos is on the ball. Lagos, dribbling, nearly left it, went back to retrieve it, passed toward the middle of the pitch, and it's taken easily by Dominican. Long ball forward. 2 Dominican players against 3 Cubs back, and more back in support for Mount Carmel, and this is going to wind up being jousted for on the sideline. Now a pass forward, and that will wind up rolling out for a goal kick. (2-0) Mount Carmel if you're just joining us. A little more than 13 minutes left, plus any stoppage time in this second half. Cubs now with a throw. Now Dominican trying to push numbers forward here. As time is running low, all of a sudden for Coach Silvas' group. Singleton with a long ball forward, but it's easily headed down. Now 2 Cubs looking at each other as Huda was going to wind up playing it. Lagos winds up taking it. Hoffman also in the area. Little combination play, could not link up. Lagos has it back though. Plays it out toward the wide side on the left, but again, played back and out for a throw. Now Mount Carmel has the ball back here on the wide side. A dribble toward the box. Now trying for a cross, and that winds up deflecting out. And it is a goal kick. Winner of this matchup to take on the 2-seed Byrd, who won their quarterfinal against St. Joseph's Academy 3-1. So should result hold here, in the semis, it'll be a rematch of the state championship a year ago when Mount Carmel faced Byrd and defeated them last year 2-1. Top side of the bracket, Fontainebleau has already advanced, defeating Acadiana 1-0. I want to talk about a gauntlet that the Cubs ran through in the latter part of their season from mid to late January. 3 consecutive matchups against the likes of St. Thomas More and St. Scholastica, both of which they had lost before they defeated Vanderbilt Catholic in a rematch game, and a game we had here on SportsNOLA.com. And that was really the start of the run or the scoring run for Matty Murette. Mount Carmel with 8 seniors on their roster, including their keeper, their leading scorer, Hoffman. Their keeper, Abby Rovens, the junior. As Singleton will take a free kick, play it deep. Dominican looking for something to link up here. But not much has materialized, and now a play towards the waiting hands of Rovens once again. Not much has taken form since the header hit the back post off of Stansberry in the 58th minute. But all Cubs from that point. Pass out wide, and there's Lagos. Lagos cuts it back. Lagos plays it toward the center. Now a shot, and that one winds up going wide. Trying to stretch out, as getting fingertips to that one was Watkins. And Watkins, again, fully stretched that time. Prevents a third goal for the moment, but a corner here for Mount Carmel. Corner taken toward the back post. Cubs still have it. Now it's going to wind up being played to the center, and there's a goal for Mount Carmel to make it 3-0. In the 72nd minute of the match, Esther Lagos scores for Mount Carmel. And if there was any shred of doubt about this match and the result of what it could be, it has now been finished off here. Dominican just too deep of a hole now, down 3-0. And again, a set piece working wonders for the Cubs here. 2 goals coming off of corners. And how about that ultimate reward for Esther Lagos? Her shot was just gotten to by the fingertips of Watkins. But she's able to get a second chance on the corner and delivers for the Cubs. Now Mount Carmel with a free kick. Taken long, Singleton heads it down. Mount Carmel is going to get this ball back with possession. Now play out towards the right side for Lagos. Lagos is taken off the ball. Dominican earns it back, but it cannot be kept in. So a throw in for the Cubs. As we're inside the final 10 minutes of this match. 3-goal lead for Mount Carmel. And it has really opened up here in this second half. Maddie Muret scoring in the 60th minute, Esther Lagos in the 72nd. Scoring started by Muret in the 19th minute in the first half. And a roster with 8 seniors, as we mentioned on it, trying to defend their state championship that they won a year ago. Throwing and that's whistle, and that's going to be a foul and a free kick for Dominican. Now the Cubs, well, as we have a nice header here, Babin links up to this one, but plenty of numbers back. Nice pass out to the left side, and a shot is easily collected by Rovens. A tight quarter shot that time, and a really tough angle. Taking the shot that time was Stella French. Now again, a header trying to find Babin, but goes too far forward. And it's again collected. Toward the center of the pitch, Kepper. Gets it back for Dominican. French tries to win the ball off of Lagos, but Lagos stays strong on it. Pass forward. And Lagos now running in support. As Blue was taken off the ball. French was shielded off as a pass out to the wide side on the right. Now a low header. And a kind of shoulder bump there. So a play on. '76th minute now upon us. And the only doubt here is what the scoreline is going to read. Mount Carmel is going to advance themselves into the semifinals. We'll have a rematch of the state championship against Byrd. Now a play towards the middle. Singleton there to help cut out the ball for the moment, and now we got a whistle. And we do have a free kick. And it's from right outside the box. It's going to be DeHoog, who will take it. Last free kick she took was directly on goal, and now she's going to back off of it. It winds up going out anyway, and a goal kick for Dominican. Goal kick now taken. Cubs are able to win it back. Now a free kick. We're approaching the 79th minute now. And the free kick is taken. That's right into the hands of Watkins. Now it's Kepper. Plays it out wide to the right. Kind of a joust for it over on the far side of the pitch, and it is taken out for a throw. Throw in, and the header flicked forward. Back to the Mount Carmel defense, and now French gets back on the ball here for Dominican. Pass out to the wide side, well dealt with once again. Cubs in possession. Final minute here of the match of regular time as Singleton plays it deep, or played it high rather. Now trying to turn with that one time was Stansberry, but again taken off the ball. Now here's Hoffman with a run. Hoffman down the right side. Hoffman plays it back on the cut. Finds her teammate, is taken off the ball. Lagos has it now. Plays it back to the center. There's Fisk. And now Mount Carmel going to take a shot, and it's going to wind up right in the hands of Watkins. Kicks it deep a little bit past midfield. Cubs have it back, a long play forward. And we are in any added time that has been put on by the officials. We have a goal kick for Dominican. And we have 2 subs coming in for Mount Carmel. And this may be the last kick of the match. Played back towards Singleton. Singleton hoofs it up in the air. Cubs have possession back for the moment. Just waiting for the final whistle at this point as Mount Carmel is going to advance to the semifinals. Will take on Byrd, the 2 seed, who won earlier tonight against St. Joseph's Academy. Of course, the top seed is still looming on the other side. Results still not in from that matchup between St. Scholastica. Correction, St. Scholastica has won over North Shore. So they are into the semifinals as well. They'll take on Fontainebleau, and that is it. Full time. Mount Carmel has advanced themselves into the semifinal round, and they will take on Byrd next. Final score here tonight at Pan American Stadium. It was Mount Carmel 3, Dominican 0. And a matchup of 2 teams that were very familiar with each other. Had just played a couple of weeks ago. Dominican held Mount Carmel to a scoreless draw, but Maddie Murette was able to get the Cubs on the mark relatively early in the 19th minute, and 2 goals came forward in the second half. Murette with her second, and Esther Lagos, as set pieces were a charm tonight for the Cubs. So we will take a short timeout. We'll come back and we'll give you full highlights of this matchup from tonight here at Pan American Stadium, and we'll also give you final stats and wrap it up. Once again, Mount Carmel wins it 3-0. Back in a moment here on SportsNOLA.com. Back here at Pan American Stadium, final score once again, Mount Carmel defeated Dominican 3-0, and we'll take you through the highlights of tonight's match, starting with the first half. And Dominican actually got the first chance on goal off a corner kick that could not be effectively cleared, and there's Stansberry just pushing it wide. And there's the first goal for Mount Carmel, though, off of a rebound, and it was Maddie Murette who wound up taking it to make it 1-0. Watkins was very busy for Dominican in goal. There was a save she made there on Joe Galloway. And here was another chance for Dominican, a nice run by Grace Babin, but Abby Rovens comes off her line to cover it. Second half, materializing now, and Watkins with another save, taking no chances there on a shot near the left post. And Watkins was tested here in this second half on several occasions. There was a direct free kick from Catherine DeHoog that wound up sailing out. But here was the biggest chance for Dominican. A header by Stansbury just grazed off the post, and Abby Rovens was able to cover it up. And the biggest threat for Dominican to try to level that match. And the second goal winds up being taken there by Maddie Muret. And Esther Lagos added one more, and there's the celebration as the Cubs move themselves into the semifinals, and we will have a rematch of the state championship 1 round earlier in the semifinals when they will take on Byrd. Final stats from this matchup. Of course, 3-0 was your scoreline. 10 shots for Mount Carmel, 3 for Dominican. Maddie Watkins had 5 saves on this matchup for Dominican. 4 corners for the Cubs, 1 for Dominican. And Mount Carmel had 8 fouls. Dominican had 7. Well, that is it. We are done for Chip and for Nat. Emmanuel Pepis signing off. Hope you have a great rest of your evening, and we hope you enjoyed this broadcast and this presentation of Louisiana High School Athletic Association State Soccer Playoffs in the quarterfinals. Mount Carmel takes on or defeats Dominican 3-0. They will take on Byrd next in the semifinals. We hope you have a great rest of your evening and rest of your week as well. And stay tuned to SportsNOLA.com for more information on upcoming prep broadcasts and all the latest prep news and more on SportsNOLA.com. So long, everybody.